In the hidden corners of our world, where ancient trees stand guard over secrets older than time itself, there lives a creature of extraordinary power and beauty. A hunter whose very presence commands respect. A master of shadow and sunlight, whose golden eyes see what others cannot. This is the tiger, the largest of all the big cats, and one of nature's most perfect predators. For thousands of years, tigers have ruled the jungles, forests, and mountains of Asia, their legend growing with every generation. But what makes these magnificent animals so special? How do they live, hunt, and survive in the wild? Today, we embark on the adventure of a lifetime, a journey into the secret world of tigers. We'll discover their incredible abilities, meet their adorable cubs, explore their disappearing homes, and learn how we can help protect these amazing animals before it's too late. So hold on tight, young explorers, the wild is calling. Before us stands one of nature's most magnificent creations, Panthera tigris, the tiger. These incredible creatures are the largest of all wild cats, with some adult males growing over 10 feet long from nose to tail and weighing up to 600 pounds. That's heavier than 3 grown men combined. But size isn't their only remarkable feature. Look closely at those beautiful stripes. Each tiger's pattern is completely unique, like fingerprints in humans. These stripes aren't just for show, though. When a tiger moves through tall grass or dappled sunlight, its stripes break up its outline, making it nearly invisible to prey. Now, let's examine some of the tiger's amazing adaptations. Those powerful legs can launch this 500-pound predator 20 feet in a single bound. That's longer than a school bus. Their retractable claws act like switchblades, staying sharp until needed. And those massive canine teeth? They can grow up to 3 inches long, perfect for delivering a killing bite to prey. But perhaps most fascinating of all is how tigers communicate. While their roar can be heard up to 2 miles away, they also use subtle sounds we can barely hear. A mother tiger calls her cubs with frequencies below human hearing. They mark territory with scent glands between their toes. And when happy, they make a special sound called a chuff, a friendly greeting between tigers. From the tip of its twitching tail to the pads of its massive paws, every part of the tiger is perfectly designed for survival. But to truly understand these amazing animals, we must journey to where they live in the wild. Once, tigers roamed across vast stretches of Asia, from the frozen forests of Siberia to the tropical islands of Indonesia. Today, their world has shrunk dramatically, but pockets of wilderness still remain where tigers rule supreme. Our journey begins in the sun-drenched jungles of India, home to the majestic Bengal tiger. Here, in national parks like Ranthambore and Bandhavgarh, tigers stalk through dry forests and grassy meadows. The hot climate means these tigers often rest during the day, becoming most active at dawn and dusk when temperatures cool. Moving north, we reach the snow-covered realm of the Siberian tiger. Also called Amur tigers, these are the largest cats on Earth, with thick fur coats to survive temperatures that plunge to -40 degrees Fahrenheit. Their huge paws act like snowshoes, and their pale winter fur provides perfect camouflage in the frozen landscape. Far to the south, on the Indonesian island of Sumatra, lives the smallest tiger subspecies. These rainforest tigers have darker orange coats and thicker stripes to blend into the dense jungle. Unlike their northern cousins, Sumatran tigers are excellent climbers and may even chase monkeys through the treetops. But no matter where they live, all tigers share one surprising trait: they love water. While most cats avoid getting wet, tigers are strong swimmers who will readily cross rivers or lakes. In hot climates, they spend hours lounging in water to stay cool, and some even hunt fish by swiping them right out of the streams. From steamy jungles to frozen forests, tigers have adapted to survive in some of Earth's most challenging environments. But to truly thrive, they rely on incredible natural abilities that make them perfect predators. If tigers had a comic book, their list of superpowers would fill every page. Let's uncover the amazing abilities that make them nature's ultimate predators. First, night vision that would make any superhero jealous. A tiger's eyes contain a special reflective layer called the tapetum lucidum that amplifies even the faintest light. Their pupils can expand much larger than ours, letting in more light. And while humans have 3 types of color receptors, Tigers have different ones optimized for seeing well at dawn and dusk when they hunt. Next, silent movement. A tiger's massive paws have soft, cushioned pads that absorb sound. They can retract their claws when not needed, keeping them sharp and preventing clicking noises. Their flexible spine allows for incredibly smooth movement, and they place each foot carefully to avoid snapping twigs. Even their striped fur helps break up their outline as they move through dappled light. But their most impressive ability might be their incredible strength. Pound for pound, tigers are among the strongest land animals. A large male can drag prey weighing over 1,000 pounds. That's like you pulling a small car. Their bite force measures about 1,000 psi, strong enough to crush bone. And those powerful hind legs can launch them over obstacles twice their height from a standing start. Perhaps most surprising is their intelligence and memory. Tigers have been known to remember complex hunting grounds years later, avoid traps they've seen before, and even recognize individual humans. Some scientists believe they may have a form of self-awareness, recognizing themselves in reflections. With all these amazing abilities, it's no wonder tigers have ruled at the top of the food chain for thousands of years. But even superheroes have daily routines and challenges to face. Every day in a tiger's life is a carefully balanced act of conserving energy and explosive action. Our tiger stretches his powerful frame, extending each leg in turn, his claws leaving deep grooves in the soft earth. After spending 18 of the last 24 hours sleeping, more than even the laziest house cat, he's ready to begin his routine. First comes the territory check. This male controls about 20 square miles of prime jungle, an area larger than 300 football fields. He makes his rounds, stopping frequently to leave his signature scent by rubbing his face against trees and spraying urine mixed with strong-smelling chemicals from special glands. These scent posts warn other tigers. This land is taken. As midday heat builds, our tiger seeks shade near a quiet waterhole. Unlike lions that hunt in groups, tigers almost always hunt alone. This solitary lifestyle means every meal must be earned through perfect strategy. The tiger's stomach can hold over 20 pounds of meat at once, but such feasts are rare. More often, he survives on smaller meals when he can get them. When evening cools the air, hunting time begins. Our tiger becomes a living shadow, his stripes breaking up his outline as he stalks through tall grass. Every movement is calculated, ears swiveling to catch sounds, whiskers sensing vibrations, nose testing the wind for prey scent. He spots a somber deer drinking at the water's edge. In a breathtaking explosion of speed, the tiger covers 50 feet in seconds. His powerful hind legs propel him forward while his outstretched front paws, armed with claws like curved daggers, grab the deer's hindquarters. One precise bite to the neck delivers the killing blow. The entire hunt lasted less than 30 seconds, but required days of patience. After dragging his 150-pound prize to a secluded spot, the tiger feasts. His rough tongue, covered with tiny hooks called papillae, easily strips meat from bone. He'll eat until satisfied, then cover the remains with leaves to hide it from scavengers. This cache may provide several meals over the coming days. From the mightiest dominant male to the smallest cub taking its first steps, every tiger plays an important role in the delicate balance of their ecosystem. And nowhere is this balance more precious than in the nursery. In this hidden sanctuary, new life begins, fragile at first, but filled with potential. These cubs, each no bigger than a pineapple at birth, represent hope for their endangered species. Their mother carefully cleans them with her rough tongue, stimulating their circulation and bonding with each tiny cub. The first weeks of a cub's life are the most dangerous. Born blind and completely dependent, they rely on their mother's milk and protection. She must leave them hidden to hunt, returning quickly when she hears their high-pitched distress calls. Even then, only about half of all tiger cubs survive their first year. At 2 months old, the cubs emerge from the den like fuzzy explorers discovering a vast new world. Everything is fascinating. Fluttering butterflies, rustling leaves, their own shadows. Play is serious business for cubs, as pouncing on siblings and stalking imaginary prey builds the skills they'll need as adults. By 6 months, the cubs begin joining their mother on hunts. At first, they just observe, but soon they're helping chase prey toward waiting mom. She patiently tolerates their clumsy attempts, even letting them help with kills. These lessons continue for nearly 2 years, the longest childhood of any cat species. As the cubs approach independence, their personalities shine. The boldest may disperse first, while shy siblings stick closer to mom. Young females often establish territories near their mothers, while males must travel farther to find unclaimed land. This careful spacing prevents too much competition and ensures genetic diversity. But the cubs' future remains uncertain. The jungles they must inhabit are shrinking daily. The prey they need to survive grows scarcer. And new threats lurk where once tigers ruled supreme. To understand these challenges, we must examine the complex relationship between tigers and humans. For thousands of years, humans and tigers have shared these lands, our stories intertwining like jungle vines. Ancient civilizations both feared and revered tigers, seeing in them the raw power of nature itself. In Hindu mythology, the goddess Dura rides a tiger into battle. Chinese legend speaks of tigers guarding the directions of the compass. Siberian shamans believed they could transform into tigers. But as human settlements grew, conflicts arose. Tigers sometimes preyed on livestock, leading farmers to retaliate. Their beautiful coats became status symbols for royalty. Traditional medicine attributed magical properties to tiger bones, though science has proven these false. The greatest threat emerged in the last century as human populations exploded and wild spaces disappeared. Consider this. In 1900, about 100,000 wild tigers roamed Asia. By the year 2000, that number had dropped by 96%, fewer than 4,000 remained. 3 subspecies, the Bali, Javan, and Caspian tigers, disappeared completely. The South China tiger survives only in zoos. This dramatic decline happened mostly within our grandparents' lifetimes. Yet there is hope. In the 1970s, countries began establishing protected reserves and banning tiger hunting. Conservationists developed innovative solutions like wildlife corridors connecting fragmented habitats. Local communities became involved in protection efforts, proving that humans and tigers can coexist. Some of the most inspiring success stories come from India, where tiger numbers have increased by 30% in the past decade thanks to dedicated protection. In Russia's Far East, Amur tiger populations have stabilized after being on the brink of extinction. These victories prove that when we commit to saving tigers, we can succeed. But the work is far from finished. Every day, tigers face new challenges that threaten their survival. Understanding these threats is the first step toward overcoming them. The greatest threat tigers face today is the loss of their wild homes. Vast forests are cleared every minute for agriculture, logging, and development. Palm oil plantations alone have destroyed millions of acres of tiger habitat in Indonesia. With each acre lost, tigers are squeezed into smaller spaces, increasing conflicts with humans. Poaching remains a deadly threat too. Despite international bans, a black market still exists for tiger parts. Snares set for other animals often catch tigers instead, leading to painful deaths. Climate change brings new dangers. Rising seas threaten Sundarban mangrove forests, while increased fires ravage Siberian habitats. But perhaps the most invisible threat is the loss of prey. When hunters deplete populations of deer and wild pigs, tigers starve or are forced to attack livestock, creating conflict with farmers. A healthy tiger needs about 1 deer-sized animal per week. Without enough prey, even the largest protected areas can't sustain populations. The challenges seem overwhelming. But around the world, ordinary people are accomplishing extraordinary things to save tigers. In Nepal, community anti-poaching units have achieved 0 poaching years. In Malaysia, wildlife bridges allow tigers to safely cross highways. Russian scientists rehabilitate orphaned cubs for return to the wild. Technology provides powerful new tools. Camera traps help monitor populations. DNA analysis tracks individual tigers. Satellite collars reveal migration routes needing protection. Even tourists play a role. Responsible wildlife tourism funds protection efforts while showing communities that live tigers are more valuable than dead ones. The most important lesson? Saving tigers helps save entire ecosystems. As apex predators, Tigers maintain balance in nature. Protect tigers, and you protect forests that clean our air and water, prevent soil erosion, and store carbon to fight climate change. The tiger's survival is deeply connected to our own. Which brings us to the most important question of all. What can you do to help ensure tigers don't disappear forever? You might think saving tigers is a job only for scientists and rangers, but every one of us, especially young people like you, can make a real difference. Let's explore some superpowered ways kids are helping tigers around the world. Education is your first superpower. The more you learn about tigers, the more you can teach others. Did you know that by reading the script right now, you're already helping? Share what you've learned with friends and family. Start a tiger club at school. Knowledge is contagious. Spread it. Your voice is another powerful tool. Write letters to leaders asking them to protect tiger habitats. Start petitions for wildlife-friendly policies. Many protected areas exist because young people spoke up. Your words can change minds and laws. Everyday choices matter too. Look for rainforest-safe products when shopping with your family. Reduce waste to lessen pressure on forests. Even small actions add up when millions of kids participate. You can support organizations doing direct conservation work. Lemonade stands, birthday fundraisers, or school projects can raise money for anti-poaching patrols or habitat restoration. Every dollar helps. One class even adopted a wild tiger through camera trap monitoring. Most importantly, never stop caring. The tiger's future will one day be in your hands as scientists, policymakers, artists, teachers, or concerned citizens. Your generation will decide whether jungles remain silent or continue to echo with mighty roars. As our journey ends, we leave you with this magnificent sight, a tiger in his prime, ruler of his domain. For millions of years, tigers have walked this earth. Will they walk it for millions more? That story hasn't been written yet, and you hold the pen. Protecting tigers means protecting entire worlds. Every jungle needs its king. Every ecosystem needs its balance. And every child deserves the wonder of knowing that somewhere out there, in the wild places we've preserved, tigers still roam free. So be the generation that saves the tiger. Be the voice for those who cannot speak. The wild is counting on you. And remember, as long as there are people who care, there will always be hope. Wow, what an amazing adventure we've had today. We've discovered the secrets of tigers, their super strength, their playful cubs, and how we can help protect them. But guess what? This is just the beginning. If you loved learning about tigers, you're gonna go wild for our other animal adventures. At Kids Craze Tunes, we explore the coolest creatures on Earth, from giant elephants to tiny tree frogs, and every video is packed with fun facts, awesome animations, and ways you can help animals. So do us a big favor, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss an adventure. Every new video is a chance to discover something incredible about our planet. And who knows, maybe you'll be the next great animal hero. Thanks for joining today's wild journey. Keep exploring, keep learning, and remember, the craziest, coolest animals are waiting for you right here on Kids Craze Tunes. See you next time, explorers. Good night, young explorers. May your dreams be as wild as the tigers we vowed to protect.